pick out their faces. And they say, okay, I'm going to wear this face today. So in Lodabar, you can pick out your face and you can put that face on. You can say, I want to wear this face today. And I'll go see some people. But you go back to Lodabar. You go back to shame. You go back to hurt. And in Lodabar, you say, I'm not going to have any kids because I know what happened to me when I was a child. So I'll stay in Lodabar and I'll never get married and I'll never have kids because I don't want my kids to be broken like I was broken. This is what happened in Lodabar. I don't have any hope. So I'll never have kids because I've been broken and I've never forgiven my parents for what happened to me. I'm in Lodabar. Oh, I'll never get married because I remember what my last husband did to me. He abused me. He neglected me. I don't have any hope anymore. Oh, I'll never be anyone's friends again because I remember how my last friend told all of my business. They put my business in the street. And so I'll never, ever come out of Lodabar again. I'll never make any friends again. I'll never trust anybody again. I'll just stay down here in Lodabar because I'm broken. I remember how I told my mom that I got molested and she didn't believe me. So I'll just leave this whole children thing alone. I'll just leave my kids with somebody else because I'm not the right person to do the job. Not knowing that maybe my mother got molested too and nobody believed her because she was a victim. She got dropped when she was a child. David's dad isolated him when he was a shepherd boy. He left him in the field. He isolated him. And when Samuel came to anoint him, he was in the field by himself. But his dad didn't teach him how a father should talk to his son. Well, when David had his own children, because you can be anointed and still be in Lodabar. When David had his own children, David was living in Lodabar. David had his own children and Absalom had went away. But David had Absalom to come back home. But for over 2 years, David didn't talk to Absalom because his daddy didn't talk to him. He didn't know how to talk to his own child because he had been broken in his childhood by his dad. And we are repeating the same cycles and repeating the same patterns and repeating the same thing over and over. And it wasn't strong enough to carry me. We've been repeating the same cycles over and over and over again. Anointing, but living in Lodabar. His dad did it, so he in turn did it to his son. We're repeating cycles, we're doing the same thing, but God said, the king, in the Bible, what ended up happening was, King David, if you flip over to chapter 9 in 2 Samuel, King David, one day, called out and said, I wonder is there anybody still alive from Saul's family because he had made a covenant with his best friend Jonathan, which was Mephibosheth's dad. He said, I wonder is anybody still alive? And Ziba came forth and said, yes, somebody is still alive. He has a son named Mephibosheth. He's living down there in Lodabar. He's living in this place that he doesn't want to come out of. He's living in this place of fear. He's scared. He's been broken. He's living in this place where he's repeating